Buenos días, clase. Bueno, que hoy día es día de profesor. Entonces, técnicamente no asigno nada. Hoy día ningún profesor asigna nada, pero bueno, creo que es una buena idea hacer una introducción al proyecto de esta semana. All right, so although today is a teacher work day, I just wanted to do a quick intro to this week's project. And this is going to really be the culmination of our study of Guatemala and its connection to Esperanza, right? So, the two things that's really impacting negatively, Guatemala negatively, the two things are the pollution and the contamination, right, which we addressed last week with our PSA project, and then a poor domestic economy. Like its domestic economy is not very it's not very robust, meaning it can't weather hard times because it is just so intertwined with a greater economic model that ultimately puts it at a kind of disadvantage, and that leads many people to do things like engage in criminal activity to make money, as jobs can be hard to find, or the jobs that are available are really low paying, really menial jobs, right? And that also ties into a lack of access to education, right? So you have a lot of a lot of low skilled labor, all right? But right, Guatemala does have some strengths. One of its strengths is its natural beauty, and its awesome sites that you can visit. Right, it's awesome culture. It's awesome archaeological sites like Tikal, right? It has lots of cool stuff to offer in the tourism sector, right? So perhaps if we help Guatemala develop its tourism sector, get more people down there visiting it, pumping cash into its economy, maybe you create a scenario where Guatemala isn't such a bad place to live and people feel inclined to stay because there is more economic activity. And so that brings us to our culminating project on Guatemala, which is to create some kind of marketing campaign to encourage travelers to visit Guatemala. And again, this is going to be another one based in commands. I think it'll be more. I think we need more practice with commands based on what I saw last week. So I think this is a good opportunity. So I will roll out the official, documents and rubrics and things like that. And I think this week I might make a little video tutorial of how to navigate the project guide, because it feels like I think people maybe glossed over some important parts and maybe didn't really take into account some of the crucial information. All right, so I'll give you all a little video tutorial either this evening or tomorrow morning that kind of walks you through, okay, how should I approach this? How should I read this project guide? How do I interpret this rubric to ensure that I am putting the correct information in my project? Because if you don't reference the rubric and you just go strictly based on Google Translate, then it's probably not going to be counted. Unfortunately, there are a couple project submissions that I'm going to ultimately say, sorry, I can't give you points for this. It's too Google Translate-y. You can always go back and give it another shot. We can Google Hangout workshop, I can help you on that. But as is, I can't accept a lot of your projects because they are not accurate depictions of real growth in the language. It's really just, I just kind of employed the use of technology and pawned it off as my own work. Can't do it, guys. Sorry, no easy money. So with that, I'm gonna leave you all today. Enjoy your day off. and just keep checking Google Classroom through this afternoon and this evening for the official publishing of this week's project, the tourism project. All right. Adios. Gracias.